You can go ahead and talk, Maria. Joy, please, Joy.
Teacher.
How about, yes, yes.
We multiplied 10,000 times 5 kilograms.
Okay, that is from Joy. That is from Joy. Let's also listen from another person. Joy, we are going to compare what you are talking about with others, isn't it? Okay, let's pick. Okay. Yes, let's pick Salom. Yes, Salom. Are you agreeing with Joy?
10 divided by 5. Then with the answer, then the times 2.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Malcolm, Malcolm, can you explain? I'm going to find Joy as said aside, and Malcolm, about you? Yes, Malcolm. How do we work out that number? Yes, Malcolm, go ahead. Even Calvin, you can come on. Calvin, you can come on and explain also.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, explain. How do we do that number?
We divide 10. We first get the price of one item. We first get the price of 1 kilogram of beans. We divide 10,000 by 5 kilograms.
Okay, that is very good. So here we first get the cost of 1 kilogram before you think about multiplying, because they are saying that 5 kilograms here, they are saying that 5 kilograms here is equals to 5 kilograms of beans is equals to 10,000. The whole 5 kilogram is 10,000. So this is what we looked at last time. So if the whole 5 kilogram is 10,000, then think about one only. How about 1 kilogram? This is what we talked about, unit cost. You need to first get the unit price. So how do we get the unit price? We divide 10,000. 10,000 divide by 5. Very good. Can you now divide for me 10,000 divided by 5? How am I going to start dividing?
We start from 10.
Okay, this is 5 divided by 5. We shall get 1. How about 10 divided by 5?
We get 2.
We get 2. So here we remained with zeros. How many zeros have we remained with?
3.
Okay, those 3 zeros, when you divide by 5, still you will be getting 0, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so now here you have got the unit price. The unit price here now, 1 kilogram. You now have 1 kilogram of beans. You now have 1 kilogram of beans is equals to 2,000 shilling. Now, if you know that 1 kilogram is 2,000 shilling, how do you now get the cost of 3 kilograms? Yes. How do we now get the cost of 3 kilograms?
We multiply 2,000 shillings by, we multiply 2,000 shillings with 3 kilograms.
Okay, we multiply 3 kilograms here of beans now. I'm just writing in short. So 3 kilograms of beans, now we are going to multiply 3 kilograms. We are going to multiply it by, we're going to multiply it by 3. Very good. So this will give us the cost of what they are asking. They are asking the cost of 3 kilograms. So we need to first determine the cost of 1. So here we shall have 0, 3 times 0.
0.
3 times 0.
0.
And 3 times 0.
0.
Then 3 times 2.
6.
6. So what is the cost of 3 kilograms of beans?
6,000 shillings.
This is what we have been discussing last time. This is what we have been discussing last time. So I hope that you have done the work, but some of you, when we give you the work in our classroom, you do the work properly. Some of you submit empty work, some of you submit correct work, like that. So you need to learn how to use your Google Classroom well. So what are we going to look at today? This is what we are going to learn today. We are going to look at shopping bills and changes. We are going to look at shopping bills and changes or balance. So when we talk about change, we also mean balance. So that is what we are going to learn today. I want to explain some of the few things here. For example, I want to explain the word bill. When I talk about bill, what do I mean? Some of you may have idea about the meaning of bill. When we say bill. Yes, we use bill in other things. Like if they come to check your, let's say the water meter, they say, hey, how much is our bill? They come to check your electricity. Some of you not using your card, then you say, how much bill? So bill, what is bill? What do we mean when we talk about bill? Apollo, do you have any idea about bill? Yes, Apollo, do you have any idea?
Bill, like
Yes.
A list of tomatoes, like a list of things to pay.
A list of things to pay. Very good. That means you have the idea. That is good. Good. So let's look at it. Let's look at it. This is what it means. When I talk about bill, bill is the sum for all the total prices. It's like what the Apollo was saying, that if you have the list of all items, so the sum of the price that you are going to pay, I can say you can make a list of all the items, as Apollo has said, that now I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this. So what's the sum of what you are going to buy? That is what they call bill. And bill is also referred to as total expenditure. So everybody, can we read? Bill is the sum of for all the total prices. Can you read? Everybody read.
Bill is the sum for all total prices.
Okay. So if we don't want to say bill, you can say total expenditure. What you have spent on, the total amount of money you have spent to buy the items that you are going to buy. For example, you are coming back to school, you make a list of items that you want. Are you getting? I don't know what list do you make. Can you give me an example of the list that you make when you are coming back to school? What things do you ask your parents to buy for you if you are in boarding section? Books, good.
Snacks,
Good.
pens, rubbers,
Good.
sharpeners, sets.
You see? So those are the items. So the total money that you are going to spend on those items is what we are calling bill or total expenditure. That is what we call bill or total expenditure. So, okay, so thank you so much, Apollo. Thank you so much. So let us continue. Having understood the meaning of bill, that we are going to find the sum of all the items that we are going to buy. Now, what about change? So you may go to buy things with a lot of money. You can go with 50,000 shilling, but you are going to buy things of 35,000 shilling only. So when you buy things of 35,000 shilling only, yet you have your 50,000 So the balance, they will give you some money back. So that money that they are going to give you back is what we are calling change or balance, which you do it once you are making your list because you are there to do. So how do we get this change? Change is the difference of the bill and the money at the beginning. For example, if the money at the beginning, the money you went with is 50,000 shilling, and you bought items for 20,000 shilling. So the money that they are going to give you back is what we call the change. But for you to get that change, you get the difference between the total expenditure and the money at the beginning. So we are going to look at this as we proceed with our lesson. But also, change is also referred as balance. That one you shouldn't forget. So let's look at example. Yes, what is that example telling us? I want someone to read for us that example. Yes, Faith. Faith, can you read for us what they have written there? Faith? Yes, Faith, can you read? Tekino, oh, sorry. Okay, Mark. Yes, Mark, can you read? Mark, are you able to read? Imran, can you read?
A P5 people bought the following items.
Yes.
4 pens at shillings 300 each.
Good.
8 books at shillings 500 each.
Good. Continue.
How much money did the people pay altogether?
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Imran, for that wonderful reading. So, members, this is what we are talking about, the bill. What is now the total expenditure for this pupil? A P5 pupil bought the following items. We need to know how to interpret those items carefully. A P4 pupils bought 4 pens. 4 pens. Members, 4 pens. 1, 2, 3, 4. At 300 shilling each. Mark this word properly in this thing we are learning. Mark this word properly. Each. This one is very, very important. And then this one is the same as each or at. Some we can use at, but that refers to each. Now, how much? How do you interpret? For example, let's interpret 4 pens at 300 shilling each. What does it mean? When they say 4 pens at 300 shilling each, what does it mean? Aaron, what does that statement mean? 4 pens at 300. Yes, Aaron?
It means each pen is 300.
It means that each pen is 300 shilling. Are we together? How about Abigail? Does it mean now all the 4 pens is only 300? Abigail? Abigail? Does it mean all the 4 pens is only 300?
No.
Okay. So how do we get now the cost of 4 pens? What is each?
That's 300 shillings and multiply it by 4.
Very good.
Teacher?
Very good. Yes, please. Aaron?
What
Okay. Okay. So now, listen carefully. Listen carefully. I want you to interpret this. I have a lot of practice ahead of you. Let me try to explain. Because for me, I'm explaining all of this. The rest of the numbers which are there, you are the one to explain. Now, mark these words that I have underlined with the red. If they say each means the cost of 1 pen. For this case, they are talking of pens. If they say each kilogram, it means the cost of 1 kilogram. So each here means the cost. Okay, so in this case, we are going to work out. We need to first before we get the total expenditure, because here they are asking for total expenditure. How much money did the pupil pay altogether? That's the total expenditure. For you to work out, you need to now come and say, how much have I spent on pen? You write here, pen. You write here, pens. Now, just like my boy said, that for us to find the cost of 4 pens, we are going to multiply 300 shilling by 4. So here you just come and put here, you say, okay, each pen is 300 shilling. You can just put 300 shilling here. To get the total cost of 4 pens, you multiply 300 by 4. This one, you will know the money you are spending. This one, you will know the money you are spending. So here you are having 4 times 0, you get here 0. Also here you are having 4 times 0, you will get here 0. Then here you are having 4 times 3. I want somebody to tell me 4 times 3. Okay, Tyler, 4 times 3. Tyler, 4 times 3.
Yes.
What is 4 times 3?
12.
12. So here I write 2 and then I put 1 here. So Tyler, how much money have we spent on 4 pens?
1,200 shillings.
Okay. Is that our total expenditure already?
Yes.
Is that already the total expenditure, or we need to continue and work out the one for books?
We need to continue and work out the one for books.
Very good. So here you separate it like this, and then you write another item which we are calling it books. So you write here books. You write here books. You write here books. Good. So when you write books here, you are now going to say, look at this thing I've underlined. At is the same as each. This word here is the same as each. It is still referred to one book. So in this case, under books, they are saying 1 book is 500. So for us to get the cost of 8 books, we are supposed to multiply 500 by 8. Now I'm going to pick someone else apart from Tyler to multiply for us. I'm going to pick someone else. Okay, you, okay. Can you multiply for us?
We get 500. 8 times 0 is 0.
Good.
8 times 0 is 0.
Good.
8 times 5 is 40.
Is 40. What do I write? I write 0 and then I write 4 here. So how much money have we spent on 8 books?
4,000 shillings.
4,000 shillings. Very good. Now you have participated in this one. Next time I will allow others. Now, here we already know what we have spent on 4 pens. We already know what we have spent on 8 books. So now we are going to look for our total expenditure, our bill. That is now what we are going to look for. So we said now bill is that total prices, total amount of money you spent on the items that you wanted to buy. Sorry. Yes. So let's go and look at finding now our total item. Now, how do we find now the total bill? Yes, Daniela. Daniela and David, how do we find the total bill? Daniela and David. Yes, David, how do we now find the total bill? Okay, Chloe, you can also come in. Chloe, how do we find the total bill? Even Calbert, you can come in. How do we now find the total bill? The money that we are spending on those items that we have bought. Calbert?
By adding the total number that you have got from the pens and books.
By adding the total number that we have got from pens and books. So we can even write our adding as bill. Bill is that total money that we are going to find after buying all these items. Yes, you can continue. Okay, you can continue. So now we got on books. Let me start with the books. We got on books, we got 4,000. We got 4,000 on
Teacher,
books.
we got
on books. Then on pens, we got 1,200.
200.
Very good. 1,200. Okay. So here, because bill means the total prices, that's why we are adding all these two items together. Okay, then we put here plus sign and we put our equal sign.
Teacher, choose me.
But already you are talking, so you can talk. Already you are talking. Now let's continue with you. Okay.
0 plus 0 is 0.
0
plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2.
Good.
4 plus 1 is 5. 5.
So how much money have we spent all together?
5,200 shillings.
Good. So that is our total bill, our total expenditure. So when you go to buy, you must have your list, like a P5 pupil here add his list. So from his list, he added 4 pens and 8 books. So what he did was to find how much he will spend on 4 pens and to find out how much he will spend on 8 books. So on 4 pens, we multiplied. On 8 books also we multiplied. The reason why we multiplied, because here they are talking of 1 book is 500. So if I need 8 books, I multiply. Here they are talking of 4 pens at 300 each. So each here means 1 pen is 300. So if I need 4 pens, I multiply. So that is how you can get your total expenditure. Let us see whether they are asking whether the child went with more money, whether they have asked for the change. If not, then we shall get it in the second question. Good. Good. Okay. So that is how we worked out. I think I'd already worked out also here. Okay. Where we got, okay. So this is what we have got. Okay. This is what we have got. Now they have asked, is that question that they have asked? There is that question that they have asked. Okay. Good. So there is that question that they have asked. How much change did he have after paying for the items if he or she had 10,000 shillings? Now, here you have spent 5,200 altogether. That is what you have spent here. This is 4,000 you have got on 8 books. This is 1,200 you have got on 4 pens. So altogether you have spent 5,200 shillings. Now here they're asking, how much change did he have after paying for the items if she had 10,000 shillings? So how do we now get the change? This is the question for us. How do we now get the change? Can I have Saif and Saif? Say it, please. How do we get that question B? Say it. Okay, please say it. How about Junior? Joel and Junior. How do we get the change now? Joel and Junior. Junior, please.
By-
Or yes.
By subtract.
What?
You can continue, please.
So subtract.
By subtracting. What are we going to subtract? Sorry, what are we going to subtract?
We subtract 10,000 from 5,200.
Okay, let's say we subtract 5,200 from 10,000. Or in other words, you can say 10,000 shilling minus 5,200. So for you to get the change, the money, like for example, when I explained to you the meaning of change, we said that change is that money, the difference between the bill and the money you had before. So when you were going to buy pens and books, you had 10,000. Before in your pocket, you went with 10,000. So for you to get your balance, now for you to know your balance, you difference between now this 5,000 and this 10,000, that will give you your balance. That will give you your change. So that's why for you to find change, you will say, okay, change, I need my change, please. Somebody will need my change. I gave you 10,000 shilling. That is what you are going to argue with the person. I gave you 10,000 shilling. Yes. Good. I gave you 10,000 shilling. Yeah. So what is my change? Let me work out. So it will be 5,200. So you take away 5,200 from 10,000 shilling to find your change. Very good. Very good. Okay. Here we are. Here we are. So let me get someone to subtract for us. Get someone to subtract for us. Edify.
Equals to 4,800.
Zero minus
Equals 4,000.
0 minus 0 equals 0. 0 minus 0. 0 minus 2, 0 is less.
4,800.
Bandit. Yeah. What do you say? How could you? You're not di sebelah saya sesuai dia. Dia masih nak Good. Eh, dah baca.
So I can't see you.
Aí.
So I have muted yourself. Okay.
Which is 10. 10. And then which is 10.
What is that? Silica. Kusoma. Yes, teacher.
But you can't.
Just a minute. A minute.
But Charles, what's the problem? Okay, learners, okay, sorry for that, learners. I'm very sorry for what has happened, but nevertheless, we shall continue. So I was explaining to you, for you to get the money, sorry for that, members, for you to get the money, you are going to remain with, after spending on books, 8 books and 4 pens, you subtract, just like when I went off, when I was muted, just as you saw, here we are saying 10,000 minus 5,200, and the second learner trying to subtract. So therefore we have 0. Let me try to get a red pen so that you can see. Okay, so we have 0 minus 0, we get here 0. So here also we have 0 minus 0, we get here 0. Now, here is where the issue is. We have here 0, take away 2. It is not possible. So this 0 is going to the next number. But the next number also has nothing. So it is this next number, this is 0, which is going to borrow from what? Which is going to borrow from 1. So 1 is going to remain 0. This one will become 10. But once it becomes 10, it means this 0 is demanding. So instead it will remain 9. Then this one become 10. That is why we have got here 8. Here we are saying 10 minus 2, we get 8. Then here we remain with 9 minus 5, we get here 4. So your change is 4,800. That is the change that you are going to go back with after buying your 4 pens and 8 books. Okay, so let's continue to the next example. Now, the next example, we have it here. Okay. This is our next example, which we need to be very careful when we are looking at the next example. So I want to pick Joseph Mutesa to read for us all what is there. Joseph? Yes, Joseph, can you read?
John bought the following items from the supermarket. A half kilogram of rice at shillings, 3,000 per kilogram, 2 tins of cooking oil at 10,000 shillings, 3 pens at 500 shillings each. How much did he spend?
Okay, that is very good. Now, a key point that again I want you to understand, there is where they are saying per kilogram. That is the same as each kilogram. That's this one here. Per kilogram means, it means 1 kilogram. That is the meaning. If they say per kilogram, it means 1 kilogram is equals to 3,000 shillings. That is the cost of 1 kilogram. But here you only need a half. Here you only need a half. So you need to be very careful there. Then also when we come to the second point, the second item, they're saying 2 tins of cooking oil at 10,000 shillings. 2 tins of cooking. So here there is nothing. There is no word in front there. You need to be very careful. So
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Teacher is gone. Why? Kenapa kunci? Everyone, I'm from Virginia. Hi, Chitigua. Hi, Fana. All of them are from Virginia.
Hi, Nasuna.
Why did you come and learn for? You didn't come and learn and go Virginia.
Okay, so we can continue, please. We can continue, please. So I was telling you we were in our second example. Okay. Our second example, which we can look at. Okay, we had finished this. So let's go straight to our second example. Let's go straight to our second example that I was trying to explain. Okay, now in this second example, they are telling us that here I was explaining 2 tins of cooking oil at 10,000. Remember, they just said 10,000. They did not say each tin. They did not say per tin 10,000. So what does that statement mean? What does that statement mean if they just say 2 tins at 10,000? What does that statement mean? Angel, what does that statement mean when they say 2 tins of cooking oil at 10,000 shillings? Abby? Yes, Salom?
It means when you have 10,000, both the 2 tins cost 10,000, but how much does 1 tin cost?
Okay. Now, yes. Here you may not mind about the cost of 1 tin, because if they have not asked you, for you, what you need here is your total expenditure, is your bill, what you are going to spend on the items you are going to buy. So if the question comes like this and say 2 tins of cooking oil at 10,000, that means for you, you just go ahead and start working out to get your total expenditure. So you can just even say here cooking oil. You can just write here cooking oil. Sorry, yes. You can just write here your cooking oil. You can just write here cooking oil. Okay. So when you write your cooking oil, they are just saying 2 tins. So you just say, oh, my 2 tins is 10,000 shillings. 2 tins equals 10,000 shillings. That is the amount you have spent on cooking oil. So there is no need of multiplying here, because all the 2 tins cost 10,000 shillings. That is your cooking oil. Then go to the second item. Second item, okay, let I jumped this rice. So I can come to rice. I can come to rice. So when you come to rice, and then they are telling you that 1 kilogram of rice is 3,000 shillings. How about a half kilogram of rice? So how do I get a half kilogram of rice? How do I get the amount spent on a half kilogram of rice? Yes, Flour. Nalokwago flour. How do I get the spent on a half kilogram of rice?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. How do we get now the a half kilogram of rice?
So we are
So
going
a
to
half,
multiply a half by 3.
yes, we are going to multiply a half by 3,000 shilling. That is what we are going to do. We are going to multiply a half times 3,000 shilling, like this. Okay. So therefore, if you are to multiply like this, flour, I think we can pick someone else to tell us what next. Yes, Joanna. Joanna, what are we going to do? Flour told us to multiply. So Joanna, how do we now do this? Since we are going to say a half times 3,000. Joanna.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, how are we going to do it now?
We are going to divide.
Yes, we are going to divide. So you can divide 2 divided by 2, you get 1. Then here you can say 3 divided by 2. So if you have here 2 people, you are dividing 3 items, you give them 1, 2, 3. So you will find 3 divided by 2, it is 1. Remainder 1. So that remainder you push it to the next number. It becomes 10. So now here we are going to have 10 divided by 2. What is 10 divided by 2? What is 10 divided by 2? Yes. What is 10 divided by 2? Dennis? Dennis, what is 10 divided by 2?
5.
Yes. There we get our 5. So here we have 5. So it means that we have remained here with 0. We divide it by 2, we put here up. Then also 0, we divide it by 2, we put here up. So our half kilogram is 1,500 shilling. That is the cost of, now we have got the cost of rice, which we are going to buy. Now we go to the cost of pens. Yes, who can tell us what is the cost of pen? Edna, Ayevale, what is the cost of pen?
Yes.
You can go ahead.
Yes.
Go
I
ahead
can't
and
hear.
tell us.
500.
Okay.
500 shillings.
500 shillings. So you have your pens. You have your pens. So what they're saying that each pen, I see, here they are meaning each pen. So meaning that one pen, meaning that one pen is equals to 500, isn't it?
Yes.
So what is the cost of? What is the cost of 3 pens?
Bye.
The cost of 3 pens we multiply. Are we together?
Yes.
So your 3 pens we multiply. So 3 pens equals to
3 pence.
Online test.
So we multiply so that we have 3 times 0, we get
0.
0. Then 3 times 0, we get
0.
And then 3 times 5,
15.
15. Right here, our 15. So how much have we spent on 3 pens? We have spent 1,500. So what will be our bill now? because they need how much you have spent altogether. So now here you write bill. So members, how do we get the bill now? Yes, how do we get the bill now? Yes, members, how do we get the bill now? Yes.
We add all the items.
Yes, Dennis and Mildred, we add all the items. So here we are going to add 10,000 shilling, isn't it? Because 10,000 shilling is for cooking oil. So we add 10,000 shilling. We come and add 500 shilling. Then also we come and add, there are 3 items. Also we add 1,500 shilling for the pens. 1,500 shilling for the pens. So here will give us our bill. But remember to write here shillings because you are talking about money. Remember to write here the unit shillings. Shillings. Very good. Very good. Very good. So you can add. Let's add together. Let me pick some people to add for me. Let me pick some people who are this one ready. No, you can wait. You can wait. Beatrice. Beatrice, can you get up and add for us? Beatrice. Come on, Beatrice.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
Plus 0 plus
All right, all right, all right. So let me pick only Beatrice. Beatrice, can you come and add? Beatrice, can you come and add? Yes, can you add for us? Beatrice, iPad. Hey, Beatrice, you are not unmuting. Okay. Okay. Murunji, please.
Yes, teacher.
Let's add 0 plus 0.
0.
And then 0, there are 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. So when we add, we get 0. Then the second line is 0 plus 0 plus 0.
0.
Okay. Then the other line is 0 plus 5. What is 0 plus 5?
5.
5. Then 5 plus 5?
10.
10. So 10, what do I write first? If I have 10. We write 0 and regroup
1.
and we regroup 1. So the one we have regrouped, let's add it to 0. 1 plus 0.
1.
1 plus 0. Then 1 plus 1. Then 1.
2.
1 plus 1.
2.
2 plus 2 plus 1.
3.
We get there 3. Have we regrouped anything?
Yeah.
No, we didn't regroup anything. So you just bring here your 1. So how much is the total expenditure?
13,000 shillings.
13,000 shilling. So that is how you get your total bill, your total expenditure. Now we have got 13,000 shilling as our bill. Let me write it here. Our bill is 13,000 shilling. That is our bill.
Ethan.
Okay. So they can ask you to find the change. Yes, so they are asking us now to find the change. So members, there is a lot of rain here. I don't know whether you are hearing me properly.
Teacher, we can hear you.
Okay, so I think members, you can read number. Can I take Abdul to read number B?
Teacher,
Abdul,
your
can you read
voice.
B part of the question? Abdul? Okay.
How
Abdul,
much
read
money
read
did
B
he
part of the
have
question.
before it was given 20?
Okay,
How
Miriam.
much money?
How much money? How much money did he have before? If he was given change of 2,000 shillings, how do we get that answer? How do we get that answer?
We get 13,000 minus 2,000.
Okay, very good. Here you get the money you had before. That is 13,000
shillings.
13,000
Shillings.
13,000 shillings, and then you add 2,000 shillings. So here you add for you to get the amount of money if they have given you the change. So 0 plus 0, you get here 0. 0 plus 0, you get here 0. And also here, you get 0. How about this plus this?
5.
3 plus 2, we get 5. And then here we bring our 1. So how much money? Okay.
15,000 shillings.
Okay, so thank you very
15,000
much.
shillings.
Okay, members, I have a lot of rain. I don't know whether you me. Otherwise, at least I have instructed you on what to do. So you are going to get this work in your classroom and you will do it. Otherwise, thank you so much for being with me in all these challenges that we have gone through. So let me
Teacher, your voice and network.
No, they pray one day. Unmute the place
Yes, ma'am. Sekali.
Hello, teacher.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Teacher Tony.
Bye, teacher Tony.
Teacher is muted.
Okay. So bye-bye, members. You are going to find the work in your classroom. Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, teacher. Bye, 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 teacher. Bye, bye,
You are doing
everyone.
your work in.
Bye,
Okay, you have to go to class and do the work.
bye, 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 teacher.
So I would like the Google
Bye.
Class open for
Go
B5.
to class and do the work.
Bye, bye.